You got to get this Charger inside too.
Yes, that's a nice one, no?
I know. Well, yeah, got a lot of money tied up into it. Sold it and then bought it back. I got all the glass sitting there. Blair fixed the dash. We just got to fit it, right? Because we were going to switch dashes. That's why we took the VIN off. But this one was an air conditioning car, so we thought you just had to change a couple things. You got to change a lot of things, like the difference between an air conditioning dash and a non-AC dash on a '68 Charger is way too much work. So basically, we just fixed this one, right? Like this is all new piece here. Same thing on that side. So we got to fit it in and fit it. That's why the steering wheels dropped out of it, because Blair had the dash out.
So how much for this thing?
Right now it's not for sale. I mean, I'd like to put it together. We've got all new upholstery for it. Got a set of factory '68 buckets. We've got door panels, headliner, carpet. I don't know. I'd like to put it together a little more before I sell it. I mean, it looks good just sitting here, but we should get the glass in it.
Well,
People
what's
give
it
us
worth?
shit. What's it worth?
What does someone have to come with in order to take it from your cold dead hands?
Well, with the rest of the parts I got, it's probably worth somewhere around 40 grand, or a little better.
Yeah.
I mean, we sold it for 30 and a guy did 5,000 more work and I bought it back for 30 and said we've got a whole whack of parts for it too. I mean, basically it's really hard to find a 68, 69 or 70 Charger that's a rust-free roller. I mean, we sold some at the auction last year for 20 grand and they needed everything. They needed fenders, they needed doors, they needed hood, they needed quarters, they needed trunk, they needed everything. I mean, this one's basically, I mean, in 2 weeks you could be driving this thing if you just wanted to do a rat rod. Brake lines, gas lines, put a motor tranny in it and slap the upholstery in it.
Well, is the floor good?
Yes, it's brand new. Brand new floor, brand new trunk. Super clean. It's a super clean car. I mean, here I'll show you under the hood. It was a factory 318 AC car. Got good BC registration. But like I said, I got a lot of people asking, but it's not one I really want to get rid of.
That'd be a great rat rod.
It would. It's a very desirable car. Brand new AMD hood. I mean, it was in such good shape except for the floors. I mean, we didn't even put quarters on it. Blair just made these patches, right? We didn't do skins. I mean, it's all original metal down to here.
Oh, these are the rims you're talking about for the convertible.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Dodge projects, I'd love this one to go to a good home.
Hold on one second.
Yeah. Well, this is a super solid car.
It's a super cool car. I like
It
the
is.
patina on it, like just a straight up.
Well, I mean, it's not really
Rat-rodness.
patina, but it's got some of the original paint, some new sheet metal. But I mean, you could drive it looking just like this and it still looks sick.
Super cool.
Right? Yes, it is. I need a better piece of chrome. This one's a little mungy, but they're all the same.
What year is Dukes of Hazzard again?
69 and 70, mostly. I'm pretty sure that, yeah.
Is the rear end different or something like
Well,
that?
the tail lights, like 68. I mean, this is the most iconic tail light.
These are cool.
Yeah. I mean, then 69 and 70, I think they had longer ones.
Right.
Right? But these are cool. First year, like the four bullets.
So 40 grand.
Well, I'd think about it, but it's not really for sale.
Make him an offer. We'll deal with that later.
No, it's anyway. Okay, this one I'd like to see go to a good home. It needs a fair bit of work, but it's a super rare truck. Came from the Northwest Territories. Buddy named Daryl towed it down for me. It actually showed up. If you guys ever get to see the episodes we haven't aired yet from last year, the last episode we had another auction, and this thing showed up an hour after the auction was over. Ah, there's the fender I bought in Vegas I was looking for. What a great place to put it, in the truck. This thing's very rare.
From Derek.
From Derek, that's right. Northwest Territories. Shout out to Derek. Anyway, needs a lot of work, but it's a rare truck. It's a short box. It's a crew cab. 3/4 ton or 1 ton. I haven't actually ran the VIN yet. 318 winch, 4-speed. Even comes with the winch controls. Never have tried to fire it up. Keys in the ignition. 318. It was either military or a government truck. I mean, I'm not quite sure which. I mean, you can see, I mean, it needs a fair bit of work, but it's a pretty cool project. The crew cabs are pretty rare because it was a cargo pickup, 4-door, U.S. property. So I don't know if it was the Army Corps of Engineers. I'm not sure, right? But it's property of the U.S. government, or it was. Warranty, 12 months or 12,000 miles. Date of delivery, August 69. 2,000 pound payload. Make and manufacturer serial number. It's a W200. So I think that's a 3/4 ton. Seems to me it's 100, 200, 300s on Dodges.
Let's take a look at the
I
front.
mean, military blue. It's a pretty cool truck. Now let's open the hood. There we have it.
What's in it, 360?
I think she sees tight. Actually, let me see if it's in gear. I think it's a 318. Pretty sure. 69 would have been 318. It's a small block. I know Derek said it had been sitting for quite a long time. Could be seized. I mean, 318s are out there. I mean, this isn't the kind of vehicle where it really matters if it's a numbers match. I know a lot of people would be looking at this for a Cummins swap, right? Oh, yeah. Like the old joke, it no move. Probably seized tight just from sitting. Oil's been drained out of it too, so who knows? Mystery motor.
And what are you looking for this?
I think it's worth somewhere around 10 grand, give or take. It's a rare truck. I wanted a crew cab for a long time, and I just hadn't been able to find one. I don't exactly know what this funky wiring's for. I mean, there's a fuse here. You got a couple more 110 plug-ins. So obviously they've got something funky going on with the alternator here.
Well, it's an Army vehicle, so.
Well, Army or something to do with the U.S. government. But anyway, I'm pretty sure she sees tight. I mean, I haven't tried to unseize it, but who knows? I do have 318s and 360s kicking out. So, I mean, there's a lot of motors available. Like I said, I was actually thinking if I do something with it, it'd be a Cummins swap. I mean, that's very popular. And like I said, crew cabs are pretty tough to find, especially a short box, step side 4x4.
What's this thing?
This is,
It's a Ram Charger?
this is a Ram Charger.
Convertible.
Convertible, full convertible. I've got another newer frame. I do not have a top. Someone's interested in this. I don't have paperwork for this one. I'm in the process of doing a Reggie Chase. But again, you don't see many of the Dodges. See quite a few Fords and Chevys. Same generation.
How much you want for this one?
I'm open to offers. Like I said, this one, it does come with another newer frame with a 5.9, a newer 5.9 from the mid-'80s. So they'd have to take them both. People are interested, come and talk to me. Like I said, I like my convertibles, can't help it. This one here is a pretty cool car. Same thing, I'm in the process of getting registration. They only made this car for 2 years. It's a Magnum. It's not one of the top of the line ones, but it's super solid car. Buckets, console, minimal rust. It was the last B-body, right? This was like their last gasp. I think they made it for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. 79 and 80 or 78 and 79. Anyway, super solid car. Shouldn't be sitting here rotting out in my yard. It should be in somebody's backyard. I'm looking for 5 grand, their best offer. After this car, they quit making B-bodies. So, I mean, this was a really cool B-body. This one wasn't quite as cool. But it is a little bit of a collector car. There is a little bit of a cult around the Magnums. And just, like Avery says, there's an for every seat. I'd like to find the guy's that needs this seat. This is a 69 440 4-speed RT. Needs a ton of work, but I mean, basically, seats are here, humps here, pedals are here.
Charger?
Nope, Coronet RT. Oh look, there's a rally dash. I haven't even looked at this car in years. There's a rally dash for it. There's the rare, super rare, really hard to find these tail light panels because they only came on RTs and Coronet 500s. It was green on green. Dot had some pretty funky color combos. I'm pretty sure the tail lights are here. The rear chrome is there for the back. Needs a lot of work, but it is. I do have the right hood for it, RT hood, well, or Super B. So this is a hard top. And then basically we have the exact same car over there, but that's a Super B, 1969. Yeah, red and white. I think it was originally white with red upholstery, which I guess was a pretty rare color combo, right? Would add a red stripe, white car. Anyway, apparently its numbers match and the motor's sitting on the front seat. Somebody cut the trunk out. I got it off the kids. He said his dad owned it since day one and they parked it back in the 70s or 80s. So, I mean, it started, obviously it was driven wintertime. I mean, the rails look good. There's a little rot right at the back of the rail where it joins on the back pan here, but basically your frame rails are good and somebody obviously was gonna start doing a restoration on it. So it needs the back tail panel, needs a little bit of welding here, needs a trunk.
So these go together?
No, these are two separate cars. But it is a Super B, hard to find. It's got the factory tack and gauges in it. I haven't even gone through it. There's the tail light panel. Apparently that's the original block and tranny sitting here on the front seat. Not a good place for them, but I'm just trying to keep all the parts in one piece. If I start taking parts out, they will never get back together. So, but pretty solid car, and it's a post underneath the hood. I mean, original hood, hockey sticks. I think the grill's back there. You know, should be here. Should be here.
Oh yeah.
Pretty solid underneath. Manual steering power brake car, which is kind of, I guess the power brakes, it doesn't detract from the power, right? Yeah. That's like my car was power disc brakes, standard steering, because your power steering pump takes horsepower. So when you were ordering one of these cars, I guess quite a few of them would have come with just standard steering, but this one, the guy at least upgraded to power brakes and then standard steering. Anyway, it's pretty solid underneath here. Worst rust is where the battery tray sat. I don't know if the fender tag is in there. It looks like it was taken off recently. I have no clue. A little bit of surface rust underneath the hood, but all in all, it's not a bad car. I'm pretty sure I got registration for this one, and I have Saskatchewan registration for the RT. People are interested, come and talk to me. I don't like naming. Every time I name a price, people laugh at me. So people are serious. They know what the cars are worth, and they can come and look.
Okay.
Right? Because pictures lie. I don't like selling cars to people unless they come and look. They can crawl under it, look at all the spots where, I mean, Mopars usually rust in the same places, so the guy knows what he's looking at, but both of these are pretty rare cars. Even this one's pretty rough, but I do have floors and trunk for it, 68 Roadrunner. The Roadrunners, it's pretty easy to get parts. You can still get full quarters for them. This one needs floors, needs quarters, probably needs a trunk. I do have sets of, I don't know if I have a set of quarter skins for this car, but I do have a brand new one-piece floor and I have a brand new one-piece trunk. I don't have a hood for it. Somebody's got a butchered hood on it. It has the 4-speed stuff. I don't know if it was an original 4-speed car or not, but it was plain Jane. Like I said, no power brakes, no power steering. And then right here beside it, we have a 70 Coronet. Again, it needs a ton of work, but somebody's put a 70 Super B front clip. Problem with these cars are, I mean, the front clip on this car's worth half as much as what the car's worth. They don't make those hoods, they don't make those fenders. So, remember we talked to the girl there at
5 Points?
5 Points, and she sold a set of these fenders for $5,000, right? So, there's another one. I'm not really interested in selling it, but said money talks, walks. It is basically a complete roller. Like I said, the whole front nose is Super B. The rest of the car is Coronet, right? It was a WH 2-door hardtop 318 car. Somebody put a console in it, but it's still got a column shift. I don't know what the hell those buckets are out of. Was a rad car in its day.
See?
right? Had a vinyl roof at one time. Good thing somebody took it off. It doesn't have much rust.
Is that the way the seats were back then? No.
No, I don't know what those seats are out of. Could be out of like mid-70s or something. I don't know. They're pretty high back. But anyway, that's definitely not stock upholstery. I'm pretty sure I have paperwork for this one. There's my 70B that got smashed, not for sale. That's a parts car. Anyway, I think that's enough
That's
junk.
a good tour for a Sunday.
Yeah, that's enough junk at one setting. Like I said, I'd much rather people are interested in a car. I mean, I don't like shipping cars. I don't like crawling underneath them, taking 300 photos. When I go to buy a car, I go and look at it, I crawl under it, and then I make a decision. So I don't really have time to run back and forth and answer 10,000 questions. If people are serious, come and look at the stuff. And if they're serious, they'll know what to do. Remember what BC means. Bring cash. Anyway. Ma, would you like a pop?